Morning, this is Bob Miller. Bob Miller Successful Day 283, where I practice gratitude success by naming at least one person every single day. And today, of course, I'm grateful for all those who've been praying and caring for, sending out thoughts for Len Mooney. And Len called me just a few minutes ago on the phone. He might be coming home today. He said his operation was successful. So I really appreciate all of those prayers. And then the other people I want to mention who I'm really grateful for today are Debbie Garcia, Jackson Christi Kelly, of course Len Mooney, and a fellow named by David Norrie. And then, and I'm going to explain the reason why. Debbie turned me on to a person called Marcus Lemonis, who's got a TV show called The Prophet. And The Prophet talks about your three things that we need to be successful in, and it's people, process, and then product. And so often people put their product out there first, and they say, hey, I've got something cool, and they try to push it on somebody. So just imagine a rope, maybe a piece of rope maybe 12 inches long. On one end you have people, and the other end you have product. And now if you pull the rope, just imagine pulling a rope. You can pull it and it'll work just fine. But now try to push that rope. It's not going to work. You can't push a rope, and we do it backwards. Sometimes we do it backwards. And now I want to use an example of Jackson Kelly, who put on a show called Friday Night Live. Now, he didn't have a product at this point when he came up with the show. It's a show where he's doing his purpose, his passion is helping people, is reaching out and doing things to bring in other entrepreneurs to introduce them to people. So he's been doing this. And I watched his very first show. His very first show was horrible. He couldn't even get his webinar to work, but he practiced it. He kept doing it over and over and over, and now he's attracted a large crowd of people. He's attracted some big names in the network marketing industry. People like Doug Fireball, who's working with him now. It's amazing where I've seen him, how he's attracted people to him. I've seen Len Mooney do the same thing. Len was just struggling. Of course, he's struggling now with all these hip operations, but he's going through this process where people are just following him. We're going through it. They're practicing. It's like a doctor or a lawyer. You practice it. You do it over and over and over. You have to have your passion. You have to be your purpose. Be passionate about it, and then work with people. Have a process, and then you have your product. And David Norrie, I'm in a group with him right now, a Toastmaster group. We're talking with other transformational coaches, and these people here are learning the proper way to communicate, to get your message out there. And David is using the people, process, product. He's not even talking about product. He's just talking about people and process. It's so important to do that. We have to remember, practice working with people, and follow your passion, follow your purpose. Your product is last. Okay, so those are the people that I'm really grateful for today. But Jackson Kelly, check him out. Go to Friday Night Live. Just look him up on the internet. You can find him, Jackson Kelly, and his wife, his wonderful, beautiful wife, Christi. I don't know if I mentioned. I'm sorry if I even mentioned her, but they're there together to get this amazing show, Friday Night Live. Just check them out and see what they're doing. They have a tremendous following, and they have a mission. Just like David Norrie does, just like Len Mooney does, just like Debbie Garcia does. There's so many cool people out there that have, but they put their purpose, their passion in people before the product. Okay, so go out there, have yourself a great day, filled with positive momentum, and share this around, and visit these people, because these are people that come from their heart, and if you come from heart, if you come from gratitude, the money will follow. It's like pulling a rope. Don't push the rope, pull the rope. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow on day 284. And make sure you go to my website, go to Bob Miller Success, sign up for the newsletter, become a practice gratitude success warrior. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 284. And who are you grateful for? Bye-bye.